communication with athletes, developing a positive relationship. And please, communication with the athlete is like what is about to happen between the fingers of God and man in the famous fresco by Michelangelo in the Sistine Chapel. For everything to happen, it is necessary for coach and athlete to enter in a real contact, a contact capable of transmitting life. Good communication is what allows both parties to touch and understand each other, what makes the difference between success and failure, between well-being and abuse, conformity and creativity. The quality of communication, so, is a key factor in promoting good relationship between coach and athlete. Good communication completes the performance because it enriches its meaning and shareability. Please remind that no athlete and no coach is an island. No results in sport belongs only to those who have achieved it. So thanks to good communication, a sport performance and its quality begins before its visible realization, and it lasts longer than its end. Of course, communicating is natural, but not simple. Through communication, coach and athlete establish the rules of mutual well-being and effectiveness in competition. What is communication? Communication is a verbal and non-verbal process in which not only information is exchanged, but more important, we define interpersonal relationship. Who are you to me? Who am I to you? What do I want from you? And what do you want from me? We put interpersonal requests. This is the main importance of communication and relationship. So, why communicate in a good way is so important? Because we do not see things as they are. We see them as we are. So we can say as well, we do not see the athlete as he or she is. We see him, her as we are. And to be effective in communicating, just remember, you are the message. The most refined content and effective communication tool is ourselves. You are the message. So, coach, mind your communication. Because research observation shows the attraction and commitment to the sport discipline are largely related to the perception that athletes have of the coach's communication style and behavior. Most of coach effectiveness relies on his/her ability to understand his/her athletes and modulate the way of communicating with them. Let's start with a question. What do you appreciate most in a coach? So, there are two categories, two main tribes of coaches. The satisfied, the dissatisfied, and the lovers. First, are you a dissatisfied coach, dissatisfied of your past as athletes? Those kind of coaches want to change and improve the way things are done. They are innovators from one side, and on the other side we have the lovers. The lovers, of course, of their past as athletes. They want to keep alive and transmit a passion. They are motivators. So, after having answer to that question, please take into account that communication and good relationship need to put attention to the curse of knowledge. A coach usually has a clear understanding of what he wants to convey. The athlete who listens, however, does not yet know the starting point that wants to be communicated. And the curse of the communicator is precisely not realizing what it is like to hear something without the previous knowledge of the speaker. So we need to get at least 4 indispensable communication tools. 4. Images, stories, questions, examples. Images help to visualize. Stories help to empathize. Questions help to reflect. And examples help to imitate. These are 4 main communication tools to be able to do and to practice. And remember, act before you speak. What does it mean? Open look and gestures, upright and relaxed posture, eye contact, smile, slight smile, and make the other feel observed, because contact precedes speech. And use your voice properly. Using incomplete sentences to get attention. As you see, then a pause. We notice you have noticed what? Stop. A little pause. Watching, listening, pause. Using incomplete sentences to get attention. Use your voice properly. When you praise, please respect 4 aspects: authenticity, specificity, timeliness, and absoluteness. Authenticity gives praise for what they actually did. Specificity, it is necessary to point out exactly which aspect of the performance was performed correctly. And third, timeliness. The praise must be given warmly. And finally, absoluteness. You just have to praise. Never add a criticism. You were good, but never. Good communication, good correction. Prepare the moment well when you have to correct an athlete, identifying the critical points and the positive points to recognize. Always blame face to face. Think carefully before blaming, but be timely in dealing with it. Deeply experiences the consequence. Can we afford it? Does it help us? What do you think? And make the dialogue positive by assuming a sorry tone, because you are aside of your athlete, not in facing your athlete. I respect you, I understand you, but in a firm, calm, impassive way. Propose and agree on improvement objectives. Once they are reached, never go back to the fact. Close. Another main important aspect is that the results of communication depends on tuning on the interlocutor. Please remember, I never know what I said until I hear the answer. And so, we show a real interest to the interlocutor. Explain correctly what you want to know if it is not clear. Don't interrupt her, he, when she talks. Accept any initial silences and let them reflect. Encourage he or her to broaden, deepen what she is saying, giving sign of assent. And at the end, summarize what the interlocutor said to verify that you understood his or her point of view. Finally, I leave you a message. We will be remembered with gratitude more for having been able to value others than for the good results we will ever have achieved.